So Pokimane has been getting a lot of pushback after recent comments where she said she wants legislative legal action taken against people who are mean on the internet. Yes, I'm completely serious. This all started when a clip of Pokimane recently started going viral over the internet. We're going to play it and then we're going to react about it afterwards.
Twitch chat brain. I would like to facilitate the creation of legislation that holds people accountable for the actions that they do online. I don't know if I should get into the details because it might rattle some folks, but yes.
So in this clip, she's pretty much saying like she wants tougher, penalties against people who are, being trolls on the internet. Now, I just want to get this out of the way at the very beginning of this video and want to say there is people who do things on the internet that I think are not only unacceptable, legal consequences about it. And what I'm referencing in that case is like doxing or swatting or like people threatening, more or less. But those are the things that are already kind of punished. Now, whether they have legal consequences or they just get banned from the internet, that's another debate. Only 18% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Don't be part of the 81%. Subscribe to the channel. You have nothing to lose. But the problem is she's more talking about like trolls and people who are mean to her, which is kind of crazy when you really think about it, because regardless as if you like Pokimane or not, you have to admit she's one of the biggest creators on the entire internet. I mean, she's been live streaming with face cam, people judging her for years, and it's a little crazy to see someone at her level be so affected by trolls. I mean, if you're at that level, you need to start ignoring people. I mean, that's the only option if you can't, look at these mean troll comments and get through your day.
I think there are some companies that I'm going to message, or not companies, organizations that are involved with certain causes, and I'll be like, listen, if you ever need someone to, I'm your girl. Because I think if you want to pass a bill, you usually go in front of a group of politicians and you explain your cause. I'm like, I'll do it. I will do it. I have so many things to say.
People were a little mixed on this opinion. I mean, people are saying that, she's just being, rude and hypocritical, especially because just like a day before she made this announcement, there was this tweet going viral that pretty much was a reply to one of her selfies, and it just said, "You're aging." Like, yeah, sure, that's quite rude. I mean, but however, people are always going to be rude, not just only on the internet, but also in real life. Like, I guess I can kind of understand what she's saying. I mean, regardless of how rude the people in your normal lives are, you have to admit the people on the internet are always going to be ruder, especially because animosity. And it sounds like Pokimane doesn't want that anymore, which is just like, I have no idea why you wouldn't want something like this. I mean, that's one of the best parts about that's one of the best and one of the worst parts about the internet. It's one of the best because animosity lets you pretty much speak your mind and have, whatever opinion you want. However, animosity also makes it a lot easier to be, one of these trolls that harasses Pokimane. But I mean, then again, it's like, grow some thick skin, Pokimane. And that's the thing, it's like Pokimane has skeletons in your closet. She's talking about being rude, but there's so many clips of her doing crazy stuff. I mean, there's literally clips of her saying the hard R or the hard N word, and it's like, I mean, I don't know why you think that is okay, but people being mean to you not. And if the argument is, oh, she's changed, well, if she's changed and she's a better person now, why shouldn't other people have the opportunity to grow up and change for the better? I mean, it sounds like Pokimane just wants legal repercussions against people that are mean for her, which, I mean, that's not exactly what she's saying. Obviously, I'm inferring that, but it sure sounds like that's what she wants, just because people are being mean to her. I mean, and there's other people that are kind of on her side. People are saying, why are people shitting on this? Weirdos on the internet get away with too much. Stalking, doxing, death threats are all real, but you guys are making this about Poki instead. Now, I kind of agree with this. Like, yeah, weirdos do get away with a lot of stuff on the internet. You shouldn't be stalking people, you shouldn't be doxing people, you shouldn't be sending death threats. However, those things are all already punished under quote-unquote community guidelines. Now, if you want to punish those legally, that's a whole nother thing, but I think it's going to get a little little scary when we start legally punishing people that do things on the internet. Like, don't get me wrong, you shouldn't be stalking, you shouldn't be doxing, you shouldn't be sending threats to people. I mean, as far as I know, that's already illegal, and if it isn't, I think the thing is, they already get taken down from the internet, but if you do want to report them to the police, you can. As far as I know, you know, if it's like a death threat, then yeah, take it to the police. There are already things in place, and I do agree that, you know, people that are sending threats to streamers just because they don't like them, they should face some kind of consequences. I mean, that's not normal human behavior. You know what, take away their account, make them go touch grass or something. I'm sure it'll be good for the streamer and good for the person. I mean, it's time to go outside if you're sending, you know, threats or doxing streamers just because they're, you know, people you don't like. Like, as much as I don't agree with Pokimane in this situation, I'm not gonna, you know, send her threats or something. That is just psycho behavior, and I do not agree with that at all. However, I definitely think that Pokimane is taking it a little too far in this situation. I mean, we do not need legislation plans to stop people from being mean on the internet. And can that really stop them? I mean, what about the First Amendment? You know, people say that's only for the government cause, and I guess I don't necessarily agree. Like, I definitely think businesses that, you know, are in America, or at least formed in America, should probably you know, follow the laws just like, you know, everyone else. You should be allowed to say what you want on the internet without having it being taken down. And obviously, just like free speech, that comes with some exceptions. Like, you know, everyone says, oh, don't yell fire, and shouldn't be sending threats to people on the internet. I'm completely okay with that being taken down. However, it definitely sounds like Pokimane's more inferring that she wants trolls to be taken down. And can we just admit that there's a major difference between people trolling Pokimane versus people sending threats to Pokimane? I mean, the fact that it sounds like Pokimane is putting these two kinds of people on the same pedestal, you know, these are the same in our mind, are kind of crazy to think. Like, again, I'm okay with threats being taken down, but I mean, people being mean to her, she wants that gone. She wants legislation against it. I completely don't agree. She said, I would like to facilitate the creation of legislation that holds people accountable for the actions they do online. Like, what kind of actions? What kind of accountability? You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's like, as much as I want to agree with these things, you know, I don't want threats being sent. I think my problem is, as soon as the government starts getting involved on the internet, I think it might ruin the internet, if I'm going to be completely honest. Like, they're gonna do some stupid crap, you know. It'll start with, you know, nice things that are like, oh, don't be, you know, sending threats to people, and then it'll be like, hey, you can only use your real name, or something completely ridiculous. And I definitely think that might be the future for the internet if big people like Pokimane keep pushing for legislation against mean people on the internet. She added, because I think I want to pass like a bill, you usually go in front of people, and she said she'd be like a spokesperson, which is kind of crazy. Pokimane has frequently received harassment from trolls, knowing firsthand how much it can affect their recipients, though noticing that it may rattle some people. Some were hesitant as to whether or not this should be a step in the right direction to make a significant change. Yeah, I mean, I'm hesitant to what she's saying too. I mean, then again, I know the talk around Pokimane has been kind of crazy, but the things Pokimane has done, you know, in the past have been also kind of crazy. You know, she said the hard R, or the hard N words. You know, she went after this creator called It's a Gundam, and I remember It's a Gundam said something a little mean to one of her fans that bought like her merch, and she tried to take away this guy's sponsors and, you know, get him deplatformed pretty much. And this is the person that's, you know, being upset about mean trolls in her, you know, comment section. I just think it's a little ridiculous, but that's just my thoughts. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Yesterday we made a video about how Andrew Tate just got arrested, and the conspiracies around him being arrested have honestly been insane. This is a video you're not going to want to miss. Click here to watch it now.